Okay, hello, I'm Mrs. Jenkins, and odds are you may have missed the open house. So I wanted to just give a quick overview so that you would get some information because I know for many of you that was a problem. So first, I'll introduce myself. I'm Mrs. Jenkins. I have Miss Hackrell who is with me this year. She is a UB teacher resident and she started with me in the beginning of the year and she'll be with me all the way until the end of the school year. So added bonus, there are two adults since I can't split myself in half. So that works. So I'm teaching two classes this year, chemistry and anatomy and physiology. So chemistry is a Regents course with an exam in June. There is a lab requirement of 1,200 minutes. I am not the lab teacher. I am the class or lecture teacher. The work is organized for chemistry in Schoology, and I'll show you this in a moment. In anatomy and physiology, this is a science elective. I try to do activities, labs, dissections, build them in whenever I can during the regularly scheduled class since we don't have a lab period. The work is also organized in Schoology, and I will show you those after I go through this. Important to note, regular attendance is absolutely critical for success and participation. Chemistry has a Regents exam. Anatomy and physiology has a lot of stuff that we do in the class. If you aren't present in class, obviously that makes it much more difficult to stay caught up and know what's going on. I will try to continue sending email updates to parents with each unit. You should have received 2 updates from me. If you have not, then perhaps I have an incorrect email address. So make sure you get that updated. Here are a couple things that I'm going to show you when I actually go into the Schoology course, but I have a class app. It's not truly an app, but it behaves kind of like one. And then I have a banner that is in the Schoology course, but once I click on that, I will show you those directly. All right, so a couple things. So the class app and the course banner, again, I'm going to show you that in a moment. For donors choose. So some of you had already donated. I greatly appreciate it. But just fun fact, I've raised over $20,000 for my classroom since 2019, just utilizing donors choose. And students should be able to tell you some of the things that we have in the classroom because of it. We'll be able to do cow eye dissections and sheep heart dissections this year in anatomy. I have Play-Doh for activities. I have a bin with fidget toys. Tissues, hand sanitizer available for all students. All students have a comfortable rolling chair. There's so much more in my classroom, all made possible through the amazingness of Donors Choose. Late and resubmitted work. No penalty. I do not take any points off for late work. In fact, most work I allow to be resubmitted. When I build an assignment in Schoology, like a blue puzzle piece assignment, usually I set it so students are able to take it a certain number of times. And they can continue to take it until they use all the attempts up and get the highest grade that they can. Okay. The only exception is when students are submitting late work or resubmitting an assignment, they have to fill out a form. Most days I get hundreds of notifications and I'm just not sorting through them to find a student's late work. If they want me to check the work, they're going to need to fill out the form. I think that's a fair trade-off. And as far as grading, I do 60% assessments and 40% practice. Okay, so real simple. It's either I'm testing to see what you know or you're practicing for that. My expectations are real simple. It's a brief list of the about 7 I have in my room, but basics: be prepared, be respectful, and do your work. I tell them I'm going to come prepared. I'm going to come with what I need to teach for the day. I expect them to come with the same level of preparedness as a student. I will be respectful, so I try to be a good person in the classroom. I'm just asking them to try to do the same. Okay, so let me go back to try to show you the Schoology stuff. So hold on one second. Okay, here we go. So we're back on this slide and I'm going to click on here to show you Schoology. All right, so this is an example of chemistry. You can see I have clickable folders up here. As we move through the units this year, more and more of these will become clickable and color coded. So if you scroll down, you can see the welcome to class folder is here. It's blue, matching the blue folder. The measurement folder red, it matches the one down here. So as we continue to add units, it just goes further and further down. So this is a quick way to get there, okay? Here are upcoming assignments and their due dates. Here's always a way to get to plans. So students and parents have access to this information as far ahead and as far back as plans are there. You'll be able to see them, okay? And you can see next week, just this one is up, but as they are ready, you can be able to view them. All right, so other things I want to show you, there's another link to plans. I do have a website with information. I have a YouTube channel with lots of videos. I tend to try to make a video for every topic as best I can. Here's a link to just the chemistry videos. Here's lots of other information. But the other thing I want to show you is this class app. Okay, now it's not really an app, but you can see based on the shape of it that it is meant to be viewed on a mobile device. So you can add a link to this on your home screen and have easy access to this. So this would take you directly to my website. Here's the site for Olmsted and Buffalo Public Schools. There's my Donors Choose page. Here's my YouTube. Here you can meet the teachers. That's me. That's Miss Hackerel. Here's our school schedule. Here's some important links. So for example, here are a whole lot of things that you can access straight from here. And then you would just click on the house to go back to the home page. It's going to be the same thing for every one of these. Okay. Here's a quick link if you want to know what letter day it is. Here's a quick link to BPS and it'll tell you Thursday. Well, we're going to need to go across to October. There we go. So today's letter day and it's a day. Okay. So that's a quick way to find the letter day. Here is a link for anatomy specific information, a virtual syllabus. That's my printed syllabus, parent letter. This is a link to this banner. Okay. Here are plans and here are additional resources for anatomy students. And I can go home and do the same thing for chemistry, different links that you have available. And then here is information specifically about Olmsted. So this class app has a whole lot of information. And if you can't find it there, you can always reach out to me. I do the best I can to get back to parents relatively quickly. Okay, so I'm super excited to have your student in my class this year, and I hope this helps. I know it's sort of a poor substitute, but at least something if you missed open house.